Hello and welcome to Nerd in Motion. Today it's story time. So, all the way back when, on Saturday, the 29th of January 2022, I stumbled upon probably the most epic live stream that I've ever done in my life. And I have never talked about it. So, right here, right now, we're going to talk about it. So the Canadian trucker live stream, what went on? So it was Saturday the 29th. I still remember it to this day. I was in bed and me and Lydia were chatting and I said to her, I really need to get my watch time up because it was a fairly small channel. And so what I used to do is quite a lot of live streams. One of the things I did is I'd set up a camera and either bring maybe live stream cameras in and add it to what I'm already showing, or I would just stream about whatever, so drinking beer or having fun, just whatever. And at Christmas, I do like a Santa tracker and things like that. So wasn't an unusual thing for me to do. And people that have been with the channel for a long time will understand that. So that morning I was looking through and I saw on the news that it said that there were like 40,000 trucks on their way to Ottawa in Canada, to the city, to protest. And I didn't really know. I didn't read any further than that because I just thought, oh, that'd be awesome to see all those trucks descending onto like the main city. That would just be amazing. So what I did was I set up a camera. I'll show you now. So I set up this setup, which you can see here. So basically, I pulled in a bunch of cameras that were already live streaming of Ottawa. So that's what it was. I put a clock up so you can see what time it was. And I put at the bottom, it says, this stream is just to watch what is happening. Please keep the chat civil and nice. And that is literally all it was. So I just kind of, that was the other thing. There was some CB chatter, which was from an app called Zello. So I don't know if that still exists. But yeah, basically there were truckers talking on this app called Zello. So I'm like, what? I've set it up. I said to Lids, right, I'm going to go and we'll go food shopping. And I still remember it. Honestly, it's so vivid. Excuse me. Sorry, I was coughing my guts up. So we went out to Asda, which is not far from where we lived. And we had the kids with us, and we're going through the supermarket, and we're picking up our stuff. And as we were walking to the supermarket from the car, I thought I'll just check the stream's all right, in case, I don't know, something has gone wrong. I was like, Lids, there's like 25 people in. Well, I'm surprised at that. It's like the morning, early. I'm surprised. She was like, oh, yeah. Didn't take any notice. So we went around the shops. And we kind of went through the first few aisles, and I looked down and I was like, Lids, it's going mental on this live stream. There's 100 people in. Like, that's a lot of people, And Lids was like, well, that is a lot of people. And I was like, oh, man, that's crazy. A few more aisles, I checked it again. There's like 450 people in. Lids, I think we need to get back. Then my phone rings. It's one of my mates. Crummy beard. He's like, like this was just a bit after. He's like, you've got 1,000 people in your chat and they're going mental. I was like, why? He said, well, basically, they're saying that what you're putting up is from the government. And I was like, hey, that doesn't make any sense. So I'll go back to the screen. So this camera here, this top left and the top right, I think the right one's like a toll road. There's virtually no traffic on the road at all. And what had happened is I know what happened now because in retrospect, um, I I have now got the freedom to say exactly what I want to say about this, and I'm going to damn well do it. Basically, Trudeau put a media blackout on the truckers. So the truckers were basically protesting, and I should have checked this before, but I just didn't read the article. But they were protesting because they were being forced to take the vaccine against their will, so that they could drive between Canada and America. Now the thing that's wrong about this is they didn't get out the cab, so they're driving there, they're coming back. The only thing I think they were allowed to do is go to possibly to the loo or something like that. But basically, they had minimal contact with people, and they were going backwards and forwards. Now we had that in the UK. We had truck drivers driving all over. A lot of them didn't have vaccines. It's your human right to whether you want to do something or not. So, like I don't want somebody to put something in my body without me wanting to take that thing. Now, I took the vaccine. I did take it. And it made me very, very ill. And do I wish I'd taken the vaccine after finding out all the information that I know now? Absolutely not. I feel absolutely conned, if I'm totally honest. And I'm so glad that I wasn't on the bandwagon giving my kids that vaccine, because it was. Now we're seeing all these excess deaths and everything. I'm sorry, but it's just not for me. So we're watching this live stream, right? And these guys are meant to be going and protesting for this, and these cameras are empty, completely empty. And the reason that they were completely empty is because Trudeau had these cameras put on a live stream on loops on YouTube. So if anybody went looking, it looked like that nothing was going on. I mean, that in itself is mental. So anyway, I'm at the supermarket now. I'm like, right, I've got to get back. So there's an hour gone past. I'm trying to get back to the shop. I'm like, you can see, we did a lot of shopping that day, and it was busy, actually, really busy. So we got to, let me see now. I think, yeah, so we were around, gosh, my beard was long then, wasn't it? Yeah, so we're around 2 hours and a bit. And I jump on the live stream, and you can see I'm like stressing. I'm like, it's so weird seeing old me. It's just really weird. And I'm stressed, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm trying to work out. There's all these people in chat. I'm like trying to make sense of what's going on. And as it goes on, I'll let you hear. Right, okay, we've got another one, which we're trying to. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Do you know what? I'm going to try something. If I this is the group now chatting in the trucks right now. I'm going to see if I can get in. This was the cringiest moment, I think, in all of it, is where I attempted to talk on the CB radio app and use like old lingo that I knew from when I was a kid in the 80s when we had CB radios to talk to each other. I'm going all the way. Wow, there's so many. Goodness me. Go Canada, go. Absolutely. Good on them. Look at that, all the way back then, talking about
Stream from
Klaus Schwab.
Facebook Rude Awakening tool. Okay, let me just try this on the radio. Let's give it a go. We've
So
got nothing to
cringe.
lose, have we, I
So
guess, at
cringe.
this point.
But I feel like I need to leave it in.
Capital CONVENTRY. Thank you.
Hello, sorry to interject on your chat. I've got a YouTube channel in the UK. We've got 1,154 people that are watching at the moment. We're struggling to get feeds from actually what's happening, and there's quite a lot of fake live stream cameras that have been put up on YouTube. If any of you truckers would like to stream directly into our live feed, I can put up the link in chat and it will go directly onto our channel.
Boss man, did you hear that?
Yeah, please link that. We have a couple channels going to be doing live streaming of what's going on. So if you can just link your channel, and then we can get them to coordinate with you about setting that up.
No problem. I'll set up the link now, and yeah, like I say, if you guys want to come on, and even if you want to just tell us what you're doing, interviews, anything like that, you're more than welcome to come on. The only thing we ask is keep it clean, and you know, it's all, you know, it's a family show.
Break. Okay, up here in Prescott, they're
Right.
parking
Okay.
people
Cool.
on the roads. It looks like
There you go, people.
Four-wheel feels good.
It was so exciting, man. Like that. Sorry, there was a bit. I thought it was another bit where I attempted to talk like a trucker on the CB, and I didn't. But I mean, I'm sat here, and I still get excited thinking about what had bestowed me was basically I've become eyes and ears for Canada, and for these truckers. And you know what? The thing that really makes me angry, and I wish I had the balls at the time to say it, but because I had a business, I didn't want to like put my colours on the flag, if you know what I mean. But they were peaceful people. They weren't causing any trouble. They were having fun. And you can see the amount of support that these guys had. There were literally people like lining the streets, cheering them on with their kids, with their wives, having, you know, a great time. People had gone out in force to show their support. And Trudeau had gone out of his way. In fact, somewhere in one of these live streams, you see I'm streaming his media crew. And the media crew is deliberately looking the other direction, away from the crowd, claiming that no one's there. I mean, it was insane. And these guys and girls in these trucks, they went to the Capitol and they didn't block anything up. They parked. There was room for people to get past. I didn't see any swastikas. Now, I can tell you what that was. One of the guys had a picture of Trudeau doing blackface, and it says Trudeau is a Nazi. And Trudeau's news team do like a flick across, and all you can see is the swastika at a glance. And they were saying, oh, these people are Nazis. There was another moment where a guy came down with a Nazi flag, had all masked up, and the truckers descended on him. And they took the flag off him, and they threw it away. And he wasn't even a flipping trucker. He was somebody who had been sent to go and disrupt. The truckers were furious, and it was like, honestly, the effort that Trudeau went to ruin these people was unbelievable. And what scares me is that this nation, the UK, has the same parliamentary system as Canada, and so does New Zealand, and so does Australia. And if you can get people like Trudeau in power doing crap like this, I mean, it's worrying, because it is proper Orwellian behaviour. It's oppression. They were just absolutely out to demonise people for their point of view. You know, in the UK, you have the right to go out there and protest whatever you want. And we see that right now. We see that people are out there protesting, and they're allowed to do that. We still have that in the UK. But if you were under Trudeau's regime, then you can't. And I wish I'd spoken up at the time, but I didn't feel I could. You can see here on this live stream we've got really bad internet at the old house, but you can see that the street here, these are actually gaps for cars to go up and down, and they just parked in the median in the middle. And all this is still free. There's a gap there. They did it, and yeah, okay. So there was one where somebody was dancing on the grave of an unknown soldier. They didn't actually know that that's what it was. They had no idea that what they were standing on. It was just pure stupidness. And I'm sure that there were some people that didn't realise. Is it like anything? The overall group of people were friendly. They were fun, and you will get some odd people that maybe take it too far. But so we streamed. So I've only got 6 hours of footage from the beginning because I went over 12 hours, and then YouTube deleted it all. And I broke it into 2 streams. So I think there's a bit of it still up somewhere on the channel if you go back and have a look. But I'm telling you now, these people were absolutely peaceful. They weren't looking to hurt anybody. They weren't looking to beat anybody up. They wanted to talk to Trudeau, and Trudeau hid. He just literally hid like an absolute total and utter coward that he is. And people had brought their families in those trucks, right? He was trying to get child protection services to take people's children away. He had snipers on the roofs of these buildings around here. I mean, honestly, snipers. I mean, we have protests all the time in the UK. We don't have flipping snipers up on the roof. It's just unbelievable, unbelievable. And then because these guys, the rest of the world is watching and going, hang on, this is not on. This is crossing a line. People were super chatting. They were supporting the truckers. We sent money. And Trudeau seized all of that. Seized all of it. It just took all the money. And then he ruined the lives of these truckers. I mean, the guy is an absolute, total and utter hypocrite on the highest level. And not only that, is I think the man's just he wants to be a dictator. He is absolutely obsessed. I'm telling you now, if they don't get him out of Canada, it does not bode well for the rest of us with parliaments that are similar. This is not how a democracy works. It is unacceptable. And I'm telling you now, it was an absolute privilege to be streaming and being the eyes and ears for the Canadian people. You guys, I've never experienced such love, care, the amount of messages we got of support. It was absolutely overwhelming, and I've got nothing bad to say at all about the truckers. Look at all those people. Trudeau said they weren't even there. I mean, and the kids, and they're all having fun. And at night they were having discos and cookouts, and they were clearing their rubbish up. And the police were just trying to they were like the Gestapo going around trying to grab truckers later on as they were trying to shut it down. They were trying to do all sorts of dirty tactics. And, the truckers were trying to plead with the police. Like, what are you doing? They're just unbelievable. Yeah, there we go. 140 kilometre convoy still incoming. That's how big that is how big that it was all happening there. And I just wish if that happened now, and given the situation I'm in right now, I would have streamed that non-stop day in, day out until it had finished. But unfortunately, because I had a business and I felt like I risked getting the business under attack, I kind of backed out of it. And also I had work and things like that, so I just couldn't do it. But it was it was truly an amazing experience, and I just wanted to kind of tell you guys, if you've never seen the channel before, you know, this is what went on, and like, you know, the farmers that have recently protested in France kind of didn't really get as much coverage as I thought, and being that I don't speak very good French, I didn't attempt to stream it, but this was an amazing moment, and I feel very privileged to be part of it. And I'm sure if I ever get the chance to go to Canada, I'll be on some sort of no-fly list, I'm sure. Because they were trying to take the stream down. We were getting all sorts of stuff from Google saying that, you know, you need to stop, all that kind of stuff. We were loads of complaints. But to be fair on YouTube, they let us carry on. And also, we did give both sides of the argument plenty of chance to chat. So you could say, I think the rule that I set out was, you can argue whatever you believe as long as you're not screaming, shouting, swearing, or name calling. And so we did hear all sides of it. But yeah, and looking back at that, they were right. They were right. They had every right to do what they did. And Trudeau, invoking what he did, making it a national emergency, which is reserved for things like war or COVID, yeah, he should be done for that, in my view. But who am I to say? So yeah, that's what happened with the Canadian Trucker live stream, and yeah, go back to the channel and have a look. If you want me to publish this first 6 hours, I will put it up on the channel if you want to have a look. But yeah, I just thought, if you're new to Nerd in Motion, because it used to be Lords of Brewing Company, the channel, I thought I'd tell you what happened, because it was incredible, an absolute amazing experience. So yeah, stay safe, everybody, and remember, let's not sleepwalk into losing our freedoms.
Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright.